So look at what we got here. This came in the other day, our CarQuest. Like I haven't seen one of these here. This is my first CarQuest oil filter. I know you get a lot of them in the good old United States there, but yeah, I don't see many of these where I live. And this one's an R85. I think that's an 8 or a 356. Not sure, but the date code if anybody wants to see that. And it is, what is that? Made in Mexico. So I'm going to open her up and see what this one's all about. I believe there's a blue one and a red one, but I'm not sure. I remember I seen a blue one once, and this is a red one. So really, I'm not sure what the color means on these. If anybody does know, please tell me. Because this one looks like, it looks like a standard filter. But we're going to see what she looks like inside. And I forgot to take the rubber off, which I like to do because it makes them spin easier. Okay, this one's going to be a difficult one, is it? Let's see. Oh, she's in there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. She's stuck in there pretty well. Wow. That's probably one of the better holding on ones I've ever had. That thing stays in where it's supposed to. Now, let us see here. Oops. What we can accomplish here. Nope, gotta get her. Gotta get her. There we go. Don't know how thick, don't know much about CarQuest. Made in Mexico. I do know a lot of the good filters are made in Mexico. So I'm guessing this is a good filter. I don't know if it's a standard or a higher up or... But it is my first CarQuest here. I've never seen CarQuest here at the oil filter and oil drop-off. Well, she's not very thick, I'll tell you that. That cut through pretty easy. Oh well. And pop goes the weasel. There we go. That didn't seem very thick. I did drain it, so. Okay. Poker here. Okay. Well, this is the anti-drain back. What's she saying there? Parker. Still got some spring to her, so it's not too bad. Base plate seems to be thick enough. 1, 2, 8 holes for the oil to come through. 3 threads. That seems pretty good, though. That seems like it holds well. It's got one of these. So, that is like a little thing so that she sits on there like that. Interesting enough. We got some oil on it. But that's okay. I got my nice absorbent towel here to kind of suck up a bunch of this. Okay, let's take a look at her here. Plates, pretty good. Pretty good. They're probably pretty good before the oil does get to them. And it does have a good old bypass valve, which is not really a giant big thing, you know. And it's got a real spring, so it's a winner there. Actually, the cup's not nearly as thin as I thought it was. Maybe she's just cutting really good today. Okay. This has a nice, this is nicely made. One of the finer ones I've seen. It's made pretty well. So, it's not too bad. Give her a good wipe off here. Good old rag. Alright. Now let's take a look. Looks like the oil that was used in here doesn't look like it was very old. It still looks pretty good. Maybe somebody, I don't know. Maybe they're like me, change the oil early, all the time. Well, now I gotta find my knife for cutting off the filtration, since I lost that somewhere around here. So I'll have to go looking for that, and I'll cut the filtration off and I'll come back. Well, I don't know what it was used for, this filter, but it doesn't look like it ran much oil in it for long, because she's pretty clean. Or this engine was very clean, or new, because yeah, she's pretty clean. The oil in it's really clean. So filtration, there's the tube. Well, that glue on here is insanely good. It's really tight and holds things together really well. I'm impressed by it so far. So far I'm seeing these CarQuests are not too bad. Take a look in here. Still got lots of structure here. Like this is still could go a while, I'm guessing. It's not very thick paper though. It's very thin paper and some sort of construction of multi-layers. Some sort of fiber material in there. I'm not sure. I don't see it being anything like synthetic in here. It just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. Synthetic doesn't rip so easy. This kind of rips really, really easy. So what it looks like probably filters just fine. But it is very thin paper. It seems to rip so easy. So, but I don't see anything on it that would say that it wouldn't filter fine. Like this filter was on for a little bit and it looks like it did a fine job. And it doesn't, like I said, the oil in here doesn't look that dirty. And so I'd say this is a pretty good filter. Never, like I said, I never taken one of these apart. So it's got some good things to it. The spring, even the filtration really isn't that bad. It just feels like it's top-notch filtration. So I think this is a good filter for up to your usual 5,000. I wouldn't take it anything higher than the 5,000 miles or kilometers. Yeah, it could be good for a little bit more, 5,000 to probably 6 or 7. But then you're pushing it. And I'm guessing 3,000 to 4,000 miles on this filter. Like I said, I don't know the difference between the blue one and the red one. I would expect that the red one would have a more, like, this might be silicone, the anti-drain back might be silicone, there might be some other stuff that's different on the blue one, or they're just blue, I don't know. I've seen blue ones and I've seen red ones. But I do like the spring. There's a lot of good components in here. This is a good standard filter. This is what this is. Yeah, if you just want a nice filter to put in your car, this is probably the one to do it. It's probably very inexpensive, this filter. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I will continue to bring you more uploads in the future.